I think the most important thing when I start a book is who am I going to want to live with, because it takes me so long to write the books. It took me twice as long as the World War II to write about Franklin and Eleanor, twice as long as the Civil War to write about that, 7 years to write about T.R. and Taft. So I have to know that basically I want to wake up with that person and think about them when I go to bed at night. And so after having done, well, President Johnson is just the most important in some ways, as Harry said. There's no question that that's where my fascination with the presidency began, with that extraordinary experience of knowing him when I was 24 years old, listening to his stories, just being so caught up in the vitality of the man. It made me want to study the inner side of all the public figures after then, because I felt like I knew him. And that means that it takes, the choice of the person has to be somebody I basically have affection or respect for. I couldn't live with some terrible character for 7 years. So I knew already that I had an extraordinary affection and interest in Teddy Roosevelt, but I knew I couldn't just write about him because there were so many books about him, as there were so many about Lincoln and FDR, so I needed a cast of characters to get expanded. So that's how it turned out to Taft and then the golden age of journalism, and that's why I rationalized it took 7 years instead of 2.